January testing for WorldSBK has officially concluded. The fourth day of testing in a week confirmed many of the suspicions that we had coming into 2024, and perhaps above them all, that this year could be as unpredictable as they come. With 4 red flags spread out across a day, here's how it all went down on Tuesday. Don't say it too loud yet, but the BMW might just already be a title contender. Toprak Razgatlioglu has now finished each of the 4 days inside the top 4 positions, and most importantly, the feeling seems to be more than encouraging. The timesheet top in 139.2 on an SCX tyre was followed by a long run with consistent 140 laps, and at the end of the day a 39.1 on an SCQ tyre. Time will tell, but the M1000RR might have just turned a corner. The surprise of the day was perhaps not seeing Nicola Bulega on top, with the rookie a lowly second position this time, a tenth of a second off Razgatlioglu. Joking aside, the young Italian was happy after focusing on race pace on day 1, and his time here done on an SCQ tyre was once again consistent with his exceptional performances this winter. Completing the top 3 was Alex Lowe's, who put 2 different bikes into the top 10 throughout the day, before a laced fast lap moved him into the leading trio. Longer runs have been the focus this test for the number 22. Outside of the top 3, but with 3 bikes inside the top 7, were the Yamahas, and not for the first time in 2024, it was Remy Gardner at the forefront of the R1s, with the Australian rider a few thousandth of a second faster on his best lap than the Pata Yamaha duo. Jonathan Ray has reportedly been looking for improvements in corner entry over the past 2 days, whereas his teammate Andrea Locatelli has been focused on race simulations with a consistent run on day 1, followed by more work in that direction on day 2. 7th and 6th respectively at the checkered flag, with an early technical for the number 65 the only setback of note. And what about Alvaro Bautista? Well, the reigning world champion didn't make an impression on the standings, finishing 15th over 90 laps. Is this representative of his pace? Probably not, with the Aruba IT squad still working on weight distribution and the number 1 still not in an optimal physical condition. Phillip Island, possibly his favourite track on the calendar, will definitely paint a clearer picture. The big news on Tuesday was seeing the 2 new MIE Hondas on track for the first time in 2024. The team were unable to take the track other than for a couple of installation laps on day 1, but day 2, Taron McKenzie and Adam Noureddin were able to complete a full day of testing, albeit still far off the competition in terms of lap times. Their factory counterparts continued working on the new Fireblade in the meanwhile, confirming a small step forward in terms of pace compared to Jerez. Xavi Vierge finished 13th at the checkered flag, with Iker Lecuona in 17th position with an early crash at turn 7. Keeping on with the factory representatives, over in BMW, Michael van der Mark confirmed the M1000RR's step forward with another good showing, taking 5th overall at the checkered flag. Garrett Gerloff and Scott Redding also both finished the day inside the top 10 positions, which leads to the question, when was the last time that 4 BMWs finished inside of a top 10? Promising stuff for both Rocket and Bonovo. The final factory rider on track, Axel Bassani of the Kawasaki, was able to make a small step forward in the final stages and put his ZX-10RR on the edge of the top 10. Moving to the independent challengers for 2024, this time it was Danilo Petrucci taking top honours in 8th position, with the number 9 making a big step forward on a fresh tyre at a track which had been problematic for him in recent times. He was also the top independent Ducati, ahead of Sam Lowe's, Michael Rubu Rinaldi and Andrea Iannone, who didn't get to do a proper time attack in the closing stages of the test. 11th, 14th and 16th respectively. One of the biggest steps over these past 4 days of testing has been Tito Rabat in the Kawasaki Pichetti team, whose weakness over a single lap has been compensated by strong race pace according to the number 53. Completing the independents were 2 Yamahas, with Bradley Ray in his 2nd day of testing in 2024, and Philip Ertl, who was still only 2 seconds down on the fastest lap of the day. The next test will be in less than 3 weeks' time at Phillip Island, Australia. The start of the 2024 season is around the corner.